right, everybody, welcome to our last workshop. We're gonna be doing vinyl decals on tumblers today. Hello, welcome. Bienvenidos al taller de hoy. Vamos a hacer tazas con vinilo. I'm gonna start with introductions. Vamos a empezar con introducciones, las cuentas de Cricut, diseño en Cricut, imprimiendo. So what to expect today? We're going to do introductions, Cricut accounts if you don't have one, Cricut design, and then we're going to print, and I'm going to show you guys how to transfer your image onto the tumbler. So here it is on both. So here's a little bit about me. My name's Diana. I'm from Livingston, California. I've been doing this about 2 years now. I have a little business that I do on the side part-time. I do anything from favors to cold cups, tumblers, wine glasses, cake toppers, cupcake toppers, card decals, graduation, anything that you can think of. People, contact me if I don't know how to do it. I figure it out. My page is What's Next 219 on Instagram. If you guys ever need any help or you guys get stuck, that's one way you guys can reach out, and that would be healthy to help you guys and guide you guys on how to do anything. Un poquito sobre mí, me llamo Diana, vengo desde Livingston. Hago un poquito de todo en negocio chico que tengo en casa, ya tengo más o menos 2 años. Hago stickers para carros, favores, vasos, copas de wine, los papelitos que van arriba de los pasteles, cualquier cosa que pueda pensar. Mucha gente me llama, si no sé hacerlo, aprendo. Todo lo que ocupen. Si tienen alguna pregunta, si atoran o lo que sea, me pueden encontrar en What's Next 219 en Instagram y estaré muy feliz en ayudarles. Okay. For those of you that are here, I would like for you to introduce yourself. Tell me a little bit about yourself. If you have a business, how long have you been doing it, and how familiar are you with Cricut?
Hi, I'm Sylvia Martinez, and I don't have a business yet, but I do play around with the Cricut machine, and I do make soaps at home for my family.
Hi, I'm Veronica. I have a business with my husband, but that's totally unrelated to what I want to do. So I started learning more Cricut stuff with you guys, but before that, I have no idea on any models or any Cricut stuff. So I'm still deciding on what machine I want to purchase, but I want to start something like this. So that's how it's
Hi, my name is Shama, and I actually brought a Cricut machine, and I don't know what model it is actually. And I have actually something like that. I don't even know what it's called. So I think it's the thing where you can heat stuff and put it on the shirts, but it's a smaller version of it. But I've been so anxious to take it out the box and figure it out. But I'm dying to learn because I have a son, and he loves buying shirts with those cool designs, and I think this would be a great way for us to kind of bond together. And so he actually is always fighting with his brothers because I have 4 of them, and I think this would be just like I'm really interested in learning. It would be a great way to make side money, but even if I don't get to do that, because I know a lot of people are doing it, just something nice to like make stuff for the home, and just for him to kind of like make his own shirts and save money that way.
It does save a lot of money. Yeah, but don't feel overwhelmed just because there's a lot of businesses that do it. Everybody does things different. So somebody might like the way you do it compared to how somebody else does it. Or you can offer something different that somebody else does. All right. So we're going to go into the Cricut machines, in case you guys don't know, or those following online. The first one we have here, we have the Cricut Joy. The Cricut Joy, it's a very tiny version of this big one we have here in front of us. This one's for somebody who's trying to do more personal stuff, home stuff, small projects, nothing too big. Runs about $130. This one will only connect via Bluetooth. So if you're going to use it on your computer, tablet, phone, it has to be via Bluetooth. The biggest it goes, the mat is a 5x5. So anything bigger than that, if you were using this machine, you would have to cut your design 5x5 sections and then put it together if it's anything bigger. Anything smaller than a 5x5 would be perfect for this little machine. Up next, we have the Cricut Explore Air 2. It runs about $200. This one, the biggest, is 12-inch. And then we have the Cricut Explore 3, 320, Cricut Maker 250, and Cricut Maker 3, 430. And these, the only difference, the mat, it goes between a 12 and a 13. They all connect via Bluetooth and USB, so you can plug it in directly like the ones that we have here. The only difference with this machine is the cutting speed and some of the blades attachments that you guys can change on your guys' machine. So depending on what you're looking for, if you look here at the Cricut Maker 3, it says cutting, writing, scoring, foiling, debossing, engraving, and more. If you look at the cheaper one over here, that's still the bigger one. It says cutting, writing, scoring, foiling. So it's limited to less things that you can do, but you're still open to more things, that possibilities that you can use it for. So that's the only difference between the machines. Okay, aquí tenemos las máquinas de Cricut. Vamos a empezar con la más chica, que es la Cricut Joy. Corre más o menos en 130. Esta, lo más grande que corta, es 5.5 pulgadas y esta solamente se conecta vía Bluetooth. Después de esta tenemos a Cricut Air, que está en $200, la Cricut Explore 3 por $320, Cricut Maker por $250 y Cricut Maker 3 por $430. Estas todas se conectan vía Bluetooth, USB. La única diferencia es que el tapete es de 12 a 13 pulgadas. También la diferencia es las navajas que puede cambiar. La más chica, la más barata, tiene para cortar, para escribir. So, tiene menos opciones de cosas que puede hacer que la más grande. La más grande, la más cara, también corta más rápido. Here we have our blades. So this is what I was talking about when you guys can change the blades in your Cricut machine. So if you guys go ahead and on the gray part, just go ahead and pull it up so you guys can take a look in there. So right now in here, on part B, you'll see a fine point blade. The fine point blade is great. It's a great value, cuts a wide variety of material, including iron-on, paper, and vinyl. So whenever you guys need to sharpen this, because it's not cutting sharp anymore, what you do is you pull the lever forward. You just pull the lever forward and it pops right open. Once it's open, you grab it from the top and the knife is usually inside. So what I do is I grab a ball of foil, make it into a ball, push it up, and you'll see the knife, and then just with the foil ball, and that's a good way to clean it and sharpen it back up. So once you're all done, you just go back, pop it right back in. Yeah, you press it and the knife comes out. So when you go change the blade, same thing. You would just pop this one out and pop your new blade in. I suggest that whenever you do change your blades, try to keep it in here. There's a little compartment so you don't lose any of your materials or blades. You just pop that right back in and you close this right back up. So then we have the premium blade after this one. The only difference with the premium blade is that it's made out of longer lasting material. It cuts the same things as the one that comes already with your machine. It'll just give you a little more lasting results. Then we have the bonded fabric blade, which is a pink one. It cuts both basic and intricate designs in bonded fabric and felt. Then we have the black one, deep point blade, cuts through most materials up to 1.5 millimeters thick, including magnet sheets and stiffening felt. Then we have the knife blade. It slices through thick and denser materials, including leather, Cricut chipboard, and wood. The rotary blade cuts high, delicate, soft, or flexible materials without backing. And then these two, the scoring wheels, these are mainly used like when you're doing invitations or boxes that you need to have that line that just folds. This one, you mark it, so it scores it for you, so it's easier for you to go ahead and do those folds. So if you're making like a little box or let's say a cup that you did, it'll make the lines on the paper. You just pop it up and you fold it and it's done. So we have the single one and the double one. Now let me explain it in Spanish. Aquí tenemos las navajas. Uh-oh. There we go. En su máquina, si se fijan en la parte B, está la navaja. Para sacarla van a apachurrarle, a jalarle para que se abra. Y aquí, de la puntita de arriba, pueden sacar su navaja. Si le apachurran hacia arriba, sale su navaja. Si ocupan afilar su navaja o tiene papel pegado o ya no corta bien, agarren aluminio, háganlo en una bolita y ya nomás le van a, como que le están sacando filo. Ya que terminan, lo ponen para atrás o si van a cambiar su navaja, muy simple. Les recomiendo que también lo pongan aquí, sus navajas, sus lapiceros, para que no vayan a perderlos y sepan dónde están todo el tiempo. La navaja que se encuentra en la máquina cuando usted la compra es la navaja de punta fina. Tiene gran valor, corta una amplia variedad de materiales, incluyendo papel, vinilo y vinilo de calor. Después de esa, hay una navaja de punta fina de primera calidad. Es de gran valor, corta amplia variedad de materiales, resiste el desgaste y la rotura. Luego tenemos la navaja rosita, que es navaja de tela, corta diseños básicos, íntricos, telas y cinta. Después de eso tenemos la navaja de punta profunda, que es negra, corta la mayoría de los materiales hasta 15 milímetros de grueso. Incluye láminas, magnéticos, cinta rígida. Del otro lado tenemos la navaja de cuchillo, corta materiales más gruesos, densos, incluyendo cuero y madera. Navaja de cuchillo giratorio, corta materiales muy delicados, suaves o flexibles sin respaldo. Las últimas dos son ruedas de puntuación única y doble. Esto es lo que hace, es que hace las líneas en el material que esté usando para poder hacer como cajitas o invitaciones o las marca para que se puedan doblar más fácil. Right. Up next we have our mats. So right here, today we're going to be using our standard. If you guys notice, they have a plastic sheet on them. That plastic sheet, you want to make sure you save it and always put it away. So what I do when I peel my mat, I save it underneath my machine. So the first one, the one we're using today, the standard grip, is recommended for vinyl, iron-on, heat transfer vinyl, cardstock, pattern paper, and embossed cardstock. The only difference between all of these is the stickiness of the mat. This is the plastic I was talking about that you guys want to save. So you guys notice on this one, I don't know if you guys can see it from there or the camera, how it has already all this lint on it. Usually what I do is put a little bit of soap and with a sponge, just wash it off. I had a student tell me they scrubbed so hard it wasn't sticky anymore. So I saw another one, they used baby wipes. So with the baby wipe, they just went gently without scrubbing too much to take all the stuff off of it, and it was sticky back up again. When you're done using it, you go ahead and you cover it back up. This one right here is also standard grip, but it's a longer mat for bigger projects. So instead of using 2 of these, you would go ahead and use 1 of these on the machine. Then we have the light grip, which is the blue one. This one's recommended for printer paper, construction paper, light cardstock, vinyl, and vellum. This one is less sticky. That's why you're using it for more like printer paper. I do not have the fabric grip one. The fabric grip one's a lighter purple, and that one is for fabrics to use with the Cricut Maker. So like if you want to make, like a lot of people make the bows, that would be a good one because you can put your ribbon on there, the machine can cut it, and you just put the bow together. Then we have the strong grip, which is this purple. Bonded fabric, glitter cardstock, poster board, chipboard, leather, and metals. This one is super sticky. So sometimes if you forget and you put a regular paper on here, you will have trouble. So, very sticky. All right. Aquí los tapetes tenemos el tapete estándar. Este es para vinilo, vinilo de calor, cartulina, papel patrón, cartulina en relieve. Y tenemos este que es lo mismo, pero más largo para proyectos más grandes. Después de este tenemos el tapete azul. que es para agarre ligero. Recomendado para papel imprimir, papel de construcción, cartulina ligera, vinilo y vitila. Esto es lo que tiene, es que es menos plegostioso. Luego el tapete moradito es para tela y el tapete más morado es para tela únida, cartulina brillante, cartulinas, cartón de madera, cuero y metal. Entonces les recomiendo que cuando usen su tapete, el plástico que viene arriba lo alcen. Para cada vez que lo usen, cuando terminen, lo tapen. Si se fijan en este, ya está sucio. Para limpiarlo lo que hago es que pongo tantito jabón y nomás le enjuago con la esponja y ya le quito el jabón y queda como nuevo. También lo que pueden usar es una toallita de bebé, una wipey, y darle con mucho cuidado para no rasparle lo plegostioso, pero para quitarle lo sucio. Any questions? I've had mine for about 2 years and I haven't bought new ones yet. I just keep repeating. But if it does go away, someone recommended, it's like a glue stick that they have on Amazon. She said she got it also at Michael's. And you can go ahead and rub it on there and it makes it sticky all over again. Let me get that name for you. Yeah, if it's a long one and you don't have a long one, you can use 2, or you cut your design and then you would have to move that one and stick the next color on here. So you'll just keep reusing the same one. Okay. So la pregunta era si no tienen tapete largo y tienen que usar 2 de esos. Si no tiene 2 de estos, va a cortar su proyecto, le va a quitar el proyecto que acaba de hacer, volver a poner el color nuevo que va a usar, hacer el corte. Además va a seguir reusando este tapete. La otra pregunta era que si se le quita lo plegostioso al tapete, ¿qué puede hacer? Hay un pegamento que puede encontrar en la Michaels o en Amazon. Ahorita les voy a dar el nombre. Se llama Zig. The name is Zig. Z-I-G. It's called Zig Two-Way Glue Pen, Jumbo Tip. Z-I-G. Z-I-G. I don't know if you can. Over here? Uh-oh. How about now? Can you see it now? Awesome.
Does it say two-way glue?
Yeah. Any other questions? ¿Alguna otra pregunta? Okay, Cricut tools. We have the Cricut tweezers, Cricut weeder, Cricut spatula, portable trimmer, Cricut scraper tool, Cricut scissors, and Cricut scoring style. Today we're going to be using the weeder, the spatula, and the scissors.
The dollar store ones, they're not good, right?
They are. They're pretty good. Yeah. They have a lot of
options
now at the Dollar Tree. Amazing. Which
I brought a few from I have some that came with my machine, but I worked with some from the dollar store. I was wondering.
Yeah. You be amazed on how much you go through these. Sometimes depending if you're going too hard, they bend at the tip because they are pretty sharp at the tip.
Okay.
So having those doesn't cost you so much.
Okay.
¿Sí? Ahora los materiales que vamos a estar usando va a ser el deshierve, el raspador y las tijeras. Types of vinyl. So today we're going to be working with permanent and removable vinyl. What are the differences? Removable adhesive vinyl, you can use it for wall decals, interior decoration, temporary signs, anything that you plan on removing that you don't want it to damage anything. This would be perfect for that. Permanent adhesive is more for outdoor signs. So like if you go to a business, you see on their doors they have their hours, their times, their logos. That's perfect for that. Car decals. So you have to make sure they're protected from the weather. So this would be perfect for it. For tumblers, glasses, dishes, it's a little bit thicker. It's the only difference. Let me show the camera and then I'll pass them around. The iron-on is for hats, t-shirts, hats, canvases, totes, signs, and flags. So if you look here, this is the iron-on. It's thin and it's shiny on one side, matte on the other. Here we have this one's thin too. The only difference on these is the white is back. So these are our vinyls. The difference, no white backing. So with these, how can you tell which one's which? The permanent one is thicker than the removable one. So you guys can go ahead and pass those around. And while you guys do that, I'll explain it in Spanish. Tipos de vinilos. Ahora vamos a estar usando el vinilo permanente y removible. El removible se puede usar para calcomanías, para la pared, decoraciones interiores, signos temporales. El permanente, signos al aire libre, calcomanías de coche, vasos, anteojos, platos. El vinilo de calor para sombreros, camisetas, chaquetas, bolsas de lona y letreros y banderas. Okay, la diferencia es que este es de calor, un lado está brilloso y el otro no. El vinilo tienen blanco atrás, uno es delgado y otro es más grueso. Es la única diferencia. All right, you guys ready to get started? ¿Listos para empezar? Let's go ahead and log in to your computers. Your login password is capital F, Fresno State, 2022. Vamos a entrar a sus computadoras en este momento. Yeah, Fresno State 2022, capital F. I think it should be on a sticky note. I know there's a couple of them that have different passwords, so I try to. Yeah, you're good right now. If you already have a login, you can go ahead and log in. Didn't go right here. No, stop. You're good. We're going to make one right now. If you're already logged in, go ahead and click twice on the Cricut Design Space app to open it up. On your computer, on your tablet, on your cell phone. Yeah. It all depends on the person. I prefer my computer because I find it on the tablet, it's a little bit more smaller. So, and then also depending on the kind of computer you have, if it's a Windows, you have more tools that you can use compared to when it's on. Right. Well, my computer in my office is a Windows. But then on my tablet, I don't know what it is. It's like a Samsung, and it's different. So it gives me kind of like the app version of it. I like my computer. Yeah. So go ahead, if you have a Cricut ID, go ahead and sign in. En este momento van a apachurrarle donde dice sign in. Okay, right here. If you have a Cricut ID, go ahead and put your email and your password. If you do not have one, go ahead at this time and click on create a Cricut ID. And it's going to ask for your email. You're going to create a password, first and last name. Leave it in United States if you're in the United States. Phone number is optional. Then you're going to click on agree to terms and conditions, and then make sure to click on create Cricut ID. Make sure you write down your password, because this will be your password for any app that you go into your Cricut Space. En este minuto van a poner su correo electrónico, su contraseña, si ya tienen contraseña con Cricut. Si ya todavía no tiene una, vamos a apachurrar aquí donde dice create Cricut ID. Vamos a poner su correo electrónico. Vamos a hacer una contraseña. Va a poner su nombre, su apellido. Va a dejarle en los Estados Unidos, si está en los Estados Unidos. Su número de teléfono es opcional. Y luego asegúrese de apachurrar aquí donde dice que está de acuerdo con las pólizas y términos de Cricut, y apachurrele a create Cricut ID. Asegúrese de escribir su contraseña, porque esta contraseña va a ser la misma todo el tiempo. Uh-huh. All right, once you guys are here, we're going to go ahead and click on New Project. Ya que estén aquí, vamos a apachurrar donde dice Nuevo Proyecto. You guys logged in? Everybody in? Perfect. All right. Since this is our last class, I'm going to let you guys play around in here. After I explain, you guys get to make your own design. How awesome is that? You guys don't have to follow what I'm doing. All right. So if you're new here, I'm going to explain it. If you're not new, you guys can go ahead and you guys can, if you already have more knowledge on how to use it, you can go ahead and start creating your design. So right here we have images. This is where you're going to go ahead and click to find your images. If you're stingy like me, once you click on browse all images, right here to your left, it says free. You go and click on it, and it gives you all the images that are available to you for free. If there's something specific you're looking for, you can go ahead and type it up on top, and it gives you the image that you're looking for specifically under the free section. Then we have the text box, where you can go ahead and add any text that you want to add to your tumblers today. And then I will be showing you guys some more tricks and things that you guys can do in there as you guys are creating your design and I'm doing mine.
Para explicarlo en español, Para crear un diseño, se va uno hacia arriba al lado derecho donde dice New Project o Nuevo Proyecto. Y va a salir esta pantalla. Y ya aquí para añadir una imagen, al lado izquierdo va a estar todo lo que pueda añadir. Imágenes, diseños, diferentes diseños ya prehechos y hasta letras. Si va a imágenes, también le puede presionar donde dice gratis para así ver todas las imágenes que son gratis que puede usar usted sin pagarle a la compañía Cricut. Y ya puede presionarle a una imagen y mero abajo hacia el lado derecho donde dice Add to Canvas, y le puede presionar para añadir el diseño a lo que se le dice la cartulina o el canvas para diseñar el diseño que quiera hacer. Y para agregar letras o escritura, puede presionar donde dice text y tiene la letra T para así añadir escritura. Y puede escribir lo que quiera usted. Voy a poner ejemplo. Y ya lo puede mover hacia donde quiere al presionar el diseño y al detener el ratón o el dedo, si está en el teléfono móvil, puede mover el diseño donde guste. Entonces vamos a dar unos minutos para que puedan experimentar ustedes, crear su propio diseño, y ahorita cuando regrese la instructora vamos a explicar cómo puede cambiar ciertas cosas como el color, el texto, cómo está escrito, si lo quiere con curva o no. Pero sí, ¿algunas preguntas? Yeah. So your question is, can you take an image, for example, that you took or that you have already on your phone or computer and then put it onto Cricut? The free images? Yes. So if you click on it, for example, some of them might let you. Yeah. Click on it and then click Add to Canvas. Yeah, it will let you edit it. If you click on the text in there, you can even click on it twice and then you can change it. You can write whatever you'd like.
If you guys have an image that you guys want to use, for example, here, go on Google. Si hay una imagen que quieren usar en el Google, van a escribir el diseño que quieren, write out the image you're looking for, bachar la images, push images, la imágenes, speaking Spanglish now. Say I want to use this one. Quiero usar este. Le pachurro para que se haga más grande. Y push it so it makes bigger. Right click on it. Save image as. Van a pachurrarle al ratoncito al lado derecho y pachurrarle a guardar imagen. And then right here on the bottom, all files. And save it wherever you know it's saved at. Guárdenlo donde ustedes sepan dónde está. So right here on your Cricut canvas, En su tapete aquí en Cricut van a apachurrarle aquí donde dice upload. You're going to go to where it says upload. And then you're going to go upload image. Vamos a apachurrarle donde dice upload a subir imagen. Aquí dice browse, es para buscar. Push there. And then here you should be able to find your image. Busquen su imagen, apachurrale, push open, apachurrale abrir. Oh, wrong one. I have so many. Ya tengo muchas. It's the same thing. There you go. No. Ok, vamos a buscar otra imagen. Si no lo guardan como una de estas imágenes, so if you don't save it as one of these options down here, it won't let you open it. No lo deja abrir. So vamos a regresar. Vamos a calar este. There we go. So si se fijan aquí dice PNG. So if you see right here, it says PNG. That was one of our options for Cricut. It won't let you save it. You would either have to screen capture it or find a different image that looks like it. So right here, it has to be PNG, JPG, GIF, SVG, DXF. So aquí están las opciones abajo. PNG, JPG, GIF. Si los guarda como cualquiera de estos, los puede encontrar.
Yeah, all of those file types tell your computer that that file that it's looking at is a picture. So if it's not a JPEG or a PNG, it's pretty much thinking it's something else, like a document or something you've downloaded. Si no se guarda la imagen en ese formato, la computadora no sabe que es una imagen. Piensa que es algo más, que se tiene que abrir en un sitio web o es un documento, algo más, otra parte de la computadora.
So aquí en esta parte siempre le apachurro a complejo. I always push complex. It gives you a little bit more detail. Da un poco más de detalle en su imagen. Apachurrar a continuar, push continue. And here's where you get to edit your image. So here I practically have to leave a skeleton so that I'm able to work with it and change the colors as I want. So aquí es donde tiene que asegurar de dejar nomás un esqueleto del diseño. So si pachurra aquí the little one, se pachurra aquí a la palito, esto es para poder borrar la imagen de lo que no ocupa. So whatever you don't need, we're going to click away. Okay, I think I'm done. In order to check, I go ahead and click on the little eye where it says preview. So pienso que ya estoy terminada. Ahora para chequear vamos a apachurrarle aquí al ojito al lado derecho donde dice preview para ver nuestra imagen. Y aquí enseña cómo se veía el esqueleto. So, si fijan aquí en la nariz, me faltó algo. So right here on the nose, I missed something. So I unclick it. And then down here you can zoom in and out. Abajo pueden hacerlo más grande o más chico para ver su imagen mejor. So, para chequear. Perfect. Ya que está su diseño y está perfecto, apachurrar, aplicar y continuar. So once it's done and ready, you're going to click on apply and continue. And then it's asking you if you want to save it as just cut or print then cut. So today I want to use cut. And then you can save it as whatever you want to name it. So le da la opción de guardarlo si es un corte o si va a imprimir y cortarlo. Ahora solamente voy a cortar. Vamos a apachurrar ahí. Y aquí puede guardarlo con el nombre que usted quiera. Luego va a apachurrarle a upload. You're going to push upload when you're ready. And now it's saved to my images. So to find these images, if you're not in here and you're on your Canva, you're going to go to images and upload images on the left. And it shows you your images. So si está aquí en su tapete para encontrar sus imágenes, se va a ir a imágenes y le va a apachurrar donde dice uploaded. Y estas son todas las imágenes que usted subió para poderlas encontrar. Any of you stuck and need help? ¿Alguna pregunta? With this one, since it's much simpler because it's just the names, you could actually go and use the text, and then you could just find the hearts and add them in the middle. In order for you to be able to do something like this, you would have to print this out and like on sticker paper or something else. So you can't actually do this image with the printing to cut it out. Why? Because it's an actual picture that you're trying to use. So like if you notice on mine, it was more of a cartoon character. Hers are words. Mm-hmm. So with this one, it's an actual picture. You would have to edit it. How are you going to edit the tree to have the machine cut it to apply it on there?
Oh, you can't do that. Can you just something do so the Cricut not
No. The Cricut, yeah.
How I do it?
You go cancel, or you can go back. There you go.
Oh, how do you go back on it?
You click on pen. So whenever, let's say, click on any of these, like images.
So how do I change the color?
You click on the image. Let me show you up there. Yeah, so if you want to change the color, you click on your image, and then right here there's a square. You click on that, and here you can change the color to whatever you like. So para cambiar el color de su diseño, le apachurra su diseño y va al cuadrito aquí, y aquí puede escoger el color que usted guste. Okay, so this is another one I'm going to show you guys. So this is another image that I use here frequently. Esta es una imagen que uso aquí en mi trabajo muy frecuente. Today I only want to use the Fresno State part. So nomás quiero usar la parte de Fresno State ahora. So we're going to go down here to contour. Vamos a ir abajo donde dice contour. And right here gives us the option of erasing the stuff that we don't want to use. So aquí podemos borrar lo que no queremos usar. On the bottom right corner, it looks like a circle, dotted circle. So aquí vamos a escoger todo lo que no queramos usar de la imagen. So anything that I don't want to use, I'm going to be clicking on. So if you see on the bottom down here, you can see my image disappearing. So si se fijan en la parte de abajo, como le voy apachurrando, se va desapareciendo de abajo de mi imagen. There we go. You can write it in whatever language you want. So you go right here to text. Para escribir sus palabras van a ir aquí donde dice texto. Once your text box is blue, cuando esté azul, click on it. And it starts, the lines right there flashing. Cuando está flashando la linita, then you can go ahead and start typing. No, for free. So, la pregunta era si podía usar el texto en cualquier otro lenguaje. So, parece que en gratis no está disponible ciertos lenguajes. Los gratis se encuentran aquí donde dice sistema. So all the texts that are available to you for free, you'll find them under system. Yes. Oh, yeah. If you have an image and you want to reuse that image, you go right here to the two little squares on the side with the cross. You click on that and it'll duplicate your image. Para hacer dos imágenes de la misma, apachurle a su imagen y va a ir a estos cuadritos aquí en el lado derecho donde dice duplicar y puede hacer el mismo diseño de nuevo. print and cut is more for like when you're using like sticker paper or printable vinyl. Yeah, we're doing cut, just cut today. So you can go ahead and pop it out and then we'll go ahead and measure it. Your design, no, perfect for Father's Day. I thought about that, listen. I figured I'd be selfish. It's for me. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, husband. It's for me. These we got from Amazon. All right. So if you guys get your measuring tape, si agarran su cinta para medir, what I do first, lo que hago primero es top to bottom, de arriba hacia abajo. So right here it says it's an 8. So you do not want to make your image more than 8 inches long. So no quiere hacer su imagen más de 8 pulgadas de largo. And then sideways, you do not want to go unless you're making like a whole design around. If you're doing one picture, you want to try and do about half. So what I do is just kind of put my fingers and then from my thumb to my other finger. So it's about a 4.5. And you want to go smaller than a 4.5. Lo que hago es que pongo mis dedos en el medio, bajo hacia abajo y mido de un lado a otro, más o menos un 4.5. So no quiere ir más grande de un 4.5 si es una imagen para el centro. So like your image right there, you know how it's a picture, you don't want to go bigger than a 4.5. Yeah, if you're doing something specifically to be like in the middle. Yeah, smaller than 8, no longer than 8, or it'll be off your cut. Already trying to get out of it? on the side. Yeah, you have your measurements right here, so you could guide yourself off of that. It doesn't necessarily have to be off of here. And here's the vinyls we have whenever you guys are ready. If you're doing more than one color, kind of, yeah, because you have to layer. Pues si estás usando más de un color, tiene que poner un color, luego otro, luego otro. So kind of like a cake, you know, you put first color, and the second color, third color, until you have your whole picture. Usually, yes. But today I'm letting you guys do whatever you like. I'm here to help. Baby stuff, okay. That's a pretty one. You can take it out and put it next to it so you can see it and give yourself more of an idea. I have full trust in you. You can do this. You just feel overwhelmed. The color, when it asks you for the color, it's more of a guide for you to know what vinyl you're adding onto your mat so you don't get confused. Because if you put it all, let's say black, when you go cut it, even if your image was different colors, it's all going to cut on black. So when you go and you separate it, then I'll tell you add the red one, add the green one, add the blue one. So la pregunta era por qué cambiarle el color al diseño. Pues si no cambia el color, cuando vaya a hacer su corte, todo lo va a cortar del mismo color. Cuando le cambia el color, le va a decir qué color sigue para poder hacer el corte correcto en el tapete y el vinilo correcto. Careful. I think it's gonna leave it like that. Yeah, so now to size your image, if you haven't done it, you're gonna go ahead and highlight your image, and I usually move it to the corner so that it makes it easier to see the size for me. So para hacer el tamaño que ocupan, van a agarrar toda su imagen, moverla a la esquina y aquí pueden moverla del tamaño que ocupan. The way I align it as well, if you guys notice, move it down here. Okay, if you guys highlight your image, you guys see there's a little cross right in the middle. So si agarran su imagen en el medio, en el centro, está una cruz. I use this cross and one of the bigger, thicker lines where the numbers are at to align it. So I just grab it and kind of try and center the cross. So alinear la cruz y quede al centro de la línea. So then I grab my second image, use that same cross to align it with that line. So usar esa misma línea para alinearlo so it's centered together. Once I have it centered, you can move it, size it. So it's about a 6, es más o menos un 6. So it'd be about that long. And a 5, so it's too big for me. So now if I move it to a 4, un 4, se ve mejor. Un 4x4, perfect. Así, estos negros que tengo aquí, voy a juntarlos. So these two images that I have that are in black, I'm going to go ahead and highlight them, a seleccionarlos. And right here, we're going to go to attach. Vamos a apachurrarle al, how do you say paper clip? Oh, apachurrarle donde dice attach. So lo que pasa cuando le apachurran aquí, se junta la imagen y se hace una. So cuando haga el corte, va a ser solamente un corte. So when you go to attach, it makes your design one image. So when it goes to cut it, it's easier for you to just transfer over instead of having pieces. So en lugar de tener diferentes cortes, sale una imagen. I think I have a sample. Right here. So this is an image that is not attached. Esta es una imagen que no fue juntada. So I have happy, new year, and the stars are all over here. Todo está separado. So when I go put it, I have to cut happy, put it where I want, New Year's, put it where I want, and then each individual star, I have to go and fix it on it. So todo está separado y tengo que cortarlo y agregarlo uno por uno. If you go and attach, when you cut it, everything's going to be in place just for you to go and stick it. So si lo juntas, sale todo junto y nomás lo mueve a donde va a ir. Right. So right here, all I did was add my black. So my black is all together, and then I have my other colors separate. All right, I think we're all ready to cut now. Go ahead and push the on button on your Cricut. It's the circle with a line on it. And because you are using a public computer, we're going to go ahead on, so it's my right. It says right next to Make It, it has Maker 3. If it does not have Maker 3, go ahead and click on there and click on Cricut Maker 3. Yeah. Yeah, I have red too. I'm using red too. Yes. Oh, that. Yes, ma'am. So no worries. You're doing good. All right. Go ahead and take off the protective sheet off your mat. Vamos a quitar el plástico al tapete. And I slide it underneath my Cricut machine so I don't lose it and it doesn't get in my way. No, just leave it. Oh, right here on your machine, you're gonna go to where next to where it says Make It, and you're gonna click on it, and it gives you the machines on here. You're gonna make sure it's clicked on Cricut Maker 3, because this is the machine we are using here. When you are home, you set up your machine with your computer, and you won't have to move this. But since these are public computers, it always changes on. So para los que están aquí presentes, tienen que cambiar aquí donde está, dice qué máquina está usando. Aquí van a apachurrar y van a apachurrar donde dice Cricut Maker 3. Si usted está en casa y tiene su máquina, no se tiene que ocupar en eso porque ya está guardada su máquina personalmente para usted. Eso no tiene que estarle cambiando cada vez. Yeah, so you can click back or forth.
So how do I move it in?
It will move it by itself. Do you already attach it so it's all one image? Or it's going to give you separate?
Okay.
Did you do it already? No. So go ahead and click attach. And that's kind of like putting, so now it's all one image.
Oh.
Yeah. So now when you go to make it, and you're gonna, are you using the thick paper? If you're using the thick paper, you don't need the mat. Yeah. So you could just go ahead and put it, or you can go ahead and cut it and use your mat. Because this is a good thing about the newer machines. So if you have the newer machine, it doesn't necessarily have to use the mat because it's the thicker permanent paper. You can put the paper directly on this machine and it will cut it for you. If you have one of the other cheaper machines, you will have to use the mat on them all the time. Para si tiene sus máquinas, si tiene una máquina más nueva, no todo el tiempo tiene que usar un tapete. Si está usando el vinilo más grueso de Cricut, no ocupa un tapete. El tapete lo ocupa más para las otras máquinas. You can cut the part that you're just the piece you're using and you can add it on there, make it easier for you so it holds it. La pregunta era que si pueden cortar el pedazo. So, cuando va aquí a Make It, yeah, so you click on Make It and right here it'll ask you, are you using a mat or no mat? ¿Estás usando tapete o no tapete? So aquí va a apachurrarle and confirm. So the first color on mine is showing is the white. So my white is a 4x3. So I can cut about a 3.5 by a 4.5 on white and add it on my mat. With the new machines, which is this one, you have the option of going and adding all your colors on one mat. So I could actually put my white here, my black here, my red, my blue, and then I would just move my image. You see here and click on it, you can move it to wherever you put your paper on your mat. So para la nueva máquina aquí, ya para hacer el corte, aquí mi papel blanco es más o menos un 4x3, lo cortaría 3.5 por 4.5. Si quiero poner los otros colores aquí, los puedo agregar todos a mi tapete y nomás mover mi imagen a donde puse ese color específicamente. Correct. You can use whatever you feel more comfortable. No pressure.
I'm like, I have never used
I know, I always panic too whenever I'm afraid that it's gonna cut all the way through and mess up the machine, but it's pretty thick. Oh, that made me dizzy. Yeah. Yeah. I got you. I'm just. I mean, all right. Work. No. Let's see. If I lay it down. I think I'll be good. Oh yeah. No, your heart isn't in this. You want to go back? Go ahead and highlight the whole thing. And be flat.
Okay, if you're looking at the screen, you can see that she is placing all of the designs in different locations compared to the mat, and that's where she's placing those colors. On the screen, it says basic cut, and each color, and you can see the designs are located in a specific place that she reflects on the mat as well. You can see she covers that area of those designs with that color. So again, that's why you choose the colors in the software or in the computer, phone, tablet, wherever you're using. So it tells you, okay, place your designs wherever you would like them. And I believe this is only for the newer models. I'll go ahead and explain it in Spanish as well. Entonces, si están mirando la pantalla, allí está enseñando todos los cortes que va a hacer la máquina, todos los recortes. Y cada color, si miran Basic Cut, cada color tiene el diseño localizado en un lugar. No quieren ponerlos sobre el mismo lugar porque Así va a cortar dos diseños en el mismo lugar y va a salir todo al revés. Pero dependiendo en el lugar donde ponga los diseños, ella al presionar el ratón o con el dedo, mueve el diseño a donde quiere, diferentes lugares del tapete, y luego corta el vinilo alrededor del tapete. O corta el vinilo y lo pone donde está localizado ese diseño. Entonces, allí si mira en el mismo tapete, tiene los 4 colores, donde puso ella los 4 recortes que va a hacer.
Sublimation. That's a whole different printer and paper and ink. We were going to, but we had some complications with our machine, with our printer. Kinda, yeah. He did one, was it last week? He did a tumbler.
So yeah, so Shama, one of the students in the workshop, is asking about sublimation. This workshop was originally going to be in sublimation, but we kind of ran out of time.
So if you guys look, can you see my mat over there, Miguel? I don't know how it is on, okay, perfect. So right here, if you guys see, my first image is white, and I moved it to a 4, between the number 4 and 7. And I put my white between a 7.5 and a 12 on here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and move my image so that it fits in that corner. So now when it goes to cut, it's gonna cut the white one here. I go to my black, and it's at a right before 5 and a 4. If we look on here, it's all the way to the almost the 7, so it will be inside. So aquí el color blanco lo moví mero a la esquina, y en mi tapete tengo el blanco a la esquina. So aquí va a ser el corte blanco. Mismo con el negro, está en el comienzo, del 5 al 4, y aquí está mi negro. Next color, we have the red. I have that between a 4.5 and a 7. And then in the bottom, the blue, all the way in the bottom. You guys are ready to go? Ya estamos listos. You're gonna get your mat, agarren su tapete, and the Cricut machine has little teeth right here in the corner. You're gonna guide your mat underneath the teeth. So va a poner su tapete alineado en los dientitos de la máquina. Once you guys are there and ready, cuando estén listos, pachurrale a continuar, pues continue. Now it's asking you, what material are you using? ¿Qué material está usando? Le está preguntando. We're going to click on Smart Vinyl Permanent. Estamos usando el vinilo permanente hoy. Once it's done, cuando esté listo, it's going to start flashing. That means it's ready to go. When it's ready to go ahead and push it so it feeds in your mat. Cuando esté listo, va a apachurrar su tapetito tantito y apachurrarle a las flechitas para que agarre su tapete. Okay, when it's ready to cut, the triangle will start flashing. Go ahead and push it. Ya si está listo para cortar, el triángulo está flashando, apachurrarle al triángulo. Okay, once you're all done, the arrow starts flashing again. You're going to push it so that it spits it out. Cuando termine, apachúrenle en las líneas para que escupa su tapete hacia afuera. If you're using more than one color like I am, go ahead and click again, permanent vinyl. Si está usando más de un color, apachúrenle al vinilo permanente otra vez y otra vez a meter su tapete. Push your mat back in. Yes, you do not want to mirror your image unless you're doing heat transfer vinyl. So no le va a apachurrar donde dice espejear, solamente que esté haciendo camisetas o usando el vinilo de calor. This is just the vinyl part. There you go. Ready for you? It's flashing. And then you guide your mat in at the same time, a little bit, as you push it, and then it's going to go. That's it. Once it starts flashing in the middle, you go ahead and push it, and it'll start cutting. Yeah, if you ever forget, Cricut is pretty good on reminding you what's the next step, what you got to do, so kind of guides you through it. Si se le olvida qué va a hacer, la máquina, la aplicación de Cricut le va a ir guiando y le va a ir diciendo qué es el siguiente paso.
Any questions? ¿Algunas preguntas?
Any questions while you guys are waiting? Preguntas? This one's screen printing. This one's sublimation. So with the sublimation, you go and you print your image. So it's a special printer that has special ink and special paper. And what happens is that you wrap your paper with the ink already on your tumbler, and you use the heat tape on it, wrap it, and then the tumbler would just go in there and you would press it, and the ink transfers onto your tumbler. Yes. So you would print out the image, put it on the shirt, but the shirts need to be more polyester, the better your image will come out. Go ahead and click on the two flashing arrows. There you go. This here is your transfer tape. This is what we're going to be using from moving one item, your image, to the other spot on our tumbler. You're good. If you're stuck, go ahead and use the corner here, and then just right above, because there's like a little plastic. So you want to go and stab the gray part.
Oh, it
Just a little bit, yeah. So you can lift it, just like that. and you want your image to stay on that white part. Right. So on your image, you're going to go in the corner, just dab the color and lift to remove any unneeded color. This one's kind of hard to see because it's white on white. So once you have your image, you're going to grab your weeding tool. And once you have your weeding tool, you're going to go to one of the corners and you're just going to lightly stab it right on top to remove the vinyl off the white backing. So va a agarrar una esquina y con cuidado va a ir levantando para dejar su imagen en el papel blanco y remover lo que no ocupa. Everybody there and ready? If we have time, of course. You can do it however you like. It's yours, yes. The good thing about the image when you're doing something is that if it's for you or for somebody else, they don't know if you messed up unless you go telling them. It brings it out. It's more vibrant. You like that one? All right, so to prep your cup before you add your image, so para limpiar su vaso antes de poner su imagen, va a agarrar alcohol. Tumbler or your glass, coffee cup, anything that you guys are using. So el alcohol lo que hace es que limpia el aceite que tenga el vaso, cualquier basurita, para que el vinilo se pegue y selle mejor. Yeah, alcohol dries really fast if you feel like you put too much. All right, if you're ready to go, you can go ahead and add your image. Si ya está listo, puede agregar su imagen. Right here. This one? Oh, right here. And the way you can do it is you can add your image right on top so you can see what size you need, and then you can just cut that size. So para, más o menos para el tape de transferencia, si quieres saber qué color está usando, lo pone su imagen mero arriba y ya nomás corta ese tamaño hacia afuera. So what you can do is you can cut it just a little piece of the gray and then recut just that piece. Okay, when you're done with your mat, make sure you guys cover it up. You'll have to scrub it really good. I think it's the transfer tape. We've had issues with it in the past. And sometimes if they're really thin or very small, like right here, this R, I don't know if you guys can, it's the circle around it ripped and it came off. But the R's still there. I saved the R. So it's a little more complicated to work with. Once you guys are done on your machine, on the bottom it gives you the option to click on done. Cuando termine con su diseño, abajo dice terminar y ya le lleva su tapete para se ocupa ver qué color. So we're going to go ahead and grab our transfer tape and you're going to add it to your image. Va a agarrar su tape y agregarlo a su imagen. And with the scraper, you're going to scrape it down so that the image transfers from the white backing to your transfer tape. So ahora con el raspador le va a raspar a su tape de transferencia para que la imagen se mueva de el papel blanco al tape de transferencia. You can unweld it or detach it, depending on how you did it. And then the other ones, there's a little eye on the side. Click on the eye and it'll hide them. So if that's the one you want, click that one and click all the other ones. That way just use a specific one that you're using. Just like that. Unless you need that one. Yeah, if you click on without the mat. Now this transfer tape isn't as sticky, so it doesn't, with the thicker vinyl, it doesn't stay. So it should look like this once you peel off the backing on your image. Now if you have a different color you're going to be adding, this is where you have to align it now so that it stays. So I'm just taping this white piece on the table so that my transfer tape won't stick to the table and have my image permanently stay on the table. So now I just have to align my image so that it ends up being where I need it to be. Voy a alinear ahora mis colores. El papel de abajo lo pegué para que mi vinilo no se fuera a pegar a la mesa y así poderlo remover fácil. Oh, you won't be able to see it. There you go. I have my two colors, los dos colores. Wait a couple more minutes. Are you guys ready to transfer it onto your tumbler? Okay, so one of the tricks that I do at home, they do have a scraper that you can buy that has a line in the middle. So when you put that scraper down, that line helps you to hold your tumblers, your wine glasses, anything that you're going to use, it holds it in place. I've also seen people use PVC pipes and they put pool noodles in them, and then you can just hold them on there. If you're like me, take the top off, use the table, hold it only with your stomach. It won't move and it'll stay centered. So whatever works for you. If you are ready, then you just hold your tumbler in place, grab your image, and try to center it. Once it's on there, use your scraper to transfer it from the transfer tape onto your tumbler. So para Are you still having issues with B? What you can do is leave just the letter B, and then you're gonna go to offset and add a backing to it so that you can make it thicker on there. Okay, I'll show you. Si tienen algún texto que está saliendo muy flaquito, por ejemplo, aquí la B. Let me try to look for thin fonts. Oh, that one's weird. What's the name of the one you're using? Oh, this one's thin enough. I think I can do this one. Okay, so si tienen su imagen, you have your image, you can go right here to where it says offset. You click on offset, and right here, see how it shows you like an outline? Enseña como una línea. So this one you can go smaller, and see right there, it makes it a little bit thicker. So lo hace poquito más grueso. You click apply, aplíquelo, and then here you can actually remove your text, which is this one. Delete it, borrarlo, and then here's the backing that you use. So it's thicker now. Para que quede más grueso. I just learned that. Okay, para su vaso ya si está listo para ponerlo, yo lo que hago es que lo detengo con la panza y la mesa para que no se me mueva. Alineo mi imagen y ya nomás pego el tape de transferencia, ya que está bien pegado donde lo quiero. Agarro el raspador y raspalo para que la imagen se vaya del tape al vaso. Done it? You killed it? You're all done? Like you're making music, you know? When I go to peel it, I usually go at an angle. Trato de quitarlo medio doblado para que la imagen se quede más fácil. You have air bubbles on your image now. You can try using your weeding tool to carefully lift it from the edge, and then with your scraper, scrape it down. Or you can add your transfer tape on top and try to peel it carefully and try to put it down. So si le quedaron burbujas en su imagen, puede tratar de usar el descarbador para levantar con cuidado una esquina para poder tratar de sacar las burbujas, o poner su tape de transferencia, levantarle con cuidado y volverlo a aplicar a su vaso.
So classes in the future are going to be offered through the small business development class. It'll be like connected rather than separate. Unfortunately, yeah, this will be our last Makerspace class where you have the in-person and online option. I think moving forward, it'll only be online. En español, ya no vamos a estar ofreciendo talleres en persona. En vez de en persona, los vamos a estar ofreciendo solamente en línea, porque ya con todos los reglamentos del edificio ya no vamos a poder, pero va a ser parte de el Fresno State Parent University, donde también las clases son gratuitas, dependiendo en el distrito escolar, y van a ser dadas por Zoom o por internet, en parte o en la clase de pequeñas empresas.
If you really look at it, if you pay attention, you can see it. But if you look at it, I mean, you would really have to pay attention. All right. So to seal your tumbler, once you are done, you're going to want to use either a hair dryer or a heat gun. What happens when you heat up sticker is it melts the adhesive to the item so it lasts longer. With these also, because it is vinyl, you do not want to soak them. So as soon as you're done using them, you want to wash it, rinse it out, and it'll be good to go. You leave it to soak, you have the possibility of your image peeling off. So you're going to go ahead and add the heat gloves. You're going to get the heat gun, and just with a little bit, you're going to just put enough heat on it to where the adhesive sticks to your tumbler, and then you have completely sealed your tumbler to your vinyl. So I have it at 1 here, and then you're just going to turn it on, and you're just going to start heating it up. And then even with this hand, since it's protected, you can start in pushing it. So if there's any air bubbles or anything, you can. Thank you. You could also try changing the font of just that specific one, that one letter, and that way it makes it a little bit easier for you. For these, right here. More garbage right there behind you. That one, yeah. And then the mat, you can leave it here because it goes back there. Yeah. If you're not scared of it, you can use high heels, but just wear the gloves. No, but your tumbler gets very hot because it's metal. So now that you heat it up, you're going to have the opportunity to try and smooth out those bubbles. You can use the glove to push it out, and yeah. inside your tumbler, you should have a stopper you can add to it, so it's not suffering. You can try using two of them to try and hold it down with one and hold it with the other.
Yeah, they would get the ease for the most part.
It's harder with my eye because I see double right now. Like, oops, sorry. It made it worse. Ah. Hmm? So you have to. What?
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. Don't burn yourself. They're right. They're right. They know it's my first
Try
time.
Just try and
If
squeeze with your thumb.
if I put it too hot, it'll mess it up even more.
It can because you're melting the plastic.
Oh,
so what
oh,
you can do is just right now that it's hot with your glove, try and just push it out to the edges to where the bubble will come out.
This one.
The V on that one. So what you guys can do too, once you guys are home, if you guys like to seal your tumbler, you can get Mod Podge and apply a layer over it, let it completely dry, and add like 2 or 3 layers of the waterproof Mod Podge to seal it to protect the vinyl on your tumbler. Especially like that one that's a thin image, if you put the Mod Podge, it will make like a layer. The other thing that I've seen people use is the, what's that, finished gloss for wood? Like the sealant, is that what it is? They use that also to seal instead of like epoxy or any of that stuff. So si quiere sellar su vaso en casa, ya cuando termine, puede usar la pegadura Mod Podge para ponerle para que tenga un protector arriba de su diseño. I'll be right back. Let me just translate this. So ya cuando su vaso esté listo con su imagen, va a ocupar una secadora de pelo o una pistola caliente, un guante, me están ahí, un guante y a calentar su imagen para que lo plegostioso se pegue a su imagen. I just put it full blast on the hair dryer and it heats it up really good. Even on glass, like on wine tumblers. Just go ahead and sign out. I'll say line out.
Come to the class, our class. I hope I'm not on.
It only goes on YouTube. Yeah, but only people with the link can access it. People that are here in class. Right? I know. Yes, ma'am. No, you're good. All right, so right here, you just go right here to the 3 lines on the side, and then you go all the way to the bottom, and you sign up. Mhm. Thank you. You didn't do too bad. You did for your first time. It's pretty good. Yeah. Little by little. Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy your day. Wrong one. All right. So right here, what you're gonna do is you come once you don't try to save it when the image is small like this because then it saves small. So when you click on it, it comes bigger like you did. You're gonna do right click on your mouse, and then right here it says save as. So you would go to save as, and then right here, see how it says IDIF? It wouldn't let me save it as that, remember? So this image won't work. So you have the option of either scrolling down here and you can see other ones that are like it, or you can go back this way. So there's this one here. Same thing. Right click, save as, and PNG. That one would work perfect. And then you would just save it, and then it would be on your computer or phone, or but if you save it here, it's going to save to this computer. Once you have it saved, you go on Cricut, and you go to Upload. Click on Upload. Right here, Upload Image. Browse. And look for your image. Open. And here you edit it. So now you have to do what I did and erase just to leave the skeleton like it is.
Okay, well, that'll be the workshop. Thank you guys for coming. Besides that, we're probably going to just be answering questions here in person. If you do have a question, please let us know. You can text us at the number we sent the link for the workshop, or you can feel free to call us as well. The number will be in the description of the video. But again, that being said, some common questions that are asked are where to buy the Cricut machine, what kind of vinyl should I start off with, and I'll go ahead and answer those after I translate the original part in Spanish. Pero bueno, ya se acabó el taller. Probablemente nomás vamos a estar contestando unas preguntas aquí en persona, pero hay varias preguntas que ahorita voy a contestar yo mismo por si ustedes tienen preguntas. Si están mirando esto en YouTube o tienen una pregunta después del taller, siempre pueden enviarnos un mensaje o llamarnos también. Estará el número en la descripción del video, o puede, como dije, enviar un mensaje al número donde recibió el enlace. But that being said, first question is where to buy the Cricut machines. For the most part, we recommend buying it directly off the Cricut website. It's where you'll find it the cheapest. but the price you see on there is without tax or shipping. So just double check and see, do your research. Walmart, Target, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, all of these stores sell the Cricut machines. But on the Cricut website, there's also a quiz you can take to see what machine is best fit for you. These Cricut Maker 3 machines that we are using here, they're top of the line for people who want to have a professional or a business using the Cricut machine. It's able to pump out, design after design after design without waiting too long, and it's able to cut longer designs as well, just as she had showed in the beginning of the presentation. But again, we recommend buying it from the Cricut site directly, but do your research just in case. You never know where there's a better deal. La primera pregunta es ¿dónde compramos la máquina Cricut? Y nosotros personalmente hemos encontrado que se puede encontrar más barata la máquina en el sitio mismo de Cricut. Pueden buscar también Walmart, Target, Michael's, Hobby Lobby para ver si hay unas ofertas, pero el precio que mira en el mismo sitio web de Cricut es sin envío y sin impuestos. Entonces, si encuentra que en Amazon o Target está más barato, pues personalmente o aquí nosotros parte de MakeHerSpace recomendamos vayan por la oferta. But the second question is, what vinyl should I start off with? We typically just recommend either the Cricut vinyl or the Craftables brand vinyl. Both, very well recognized brands. Each vinyl kind of behaves in its own way. So, start off with what's recommended by Cricut or Craftables, and then slowly, you can experiment with different types of vinyl as well. Pero la segunda pregunta es, ¿qué tipo de vinilo deberíamos de comprar para empezar? Nosotros recomendamos que empiece con la marca Cricut o Craftables para que así empiece con la mejor calidad. Cada vinilo tiene su manera de comportarse o son diferentes dependiendo en lo que está usando. Entonces recomendamos Cricut o Craftables, esas marcas de vinilo. Y ya después con el tiempo, cuando tengan más experiencia, pueden experimentar con diferentes tipos de vinilo o marcas, perdón. The third question is, how do I know what vinyl or heat transfer I'm going to need for each project? You can always feel free to text us, but if you'd like to use a permanent sticker, that would be permanent stick on vinyl. Or if you are going to make a t-shirt or a hat, something with fabric with that design, it would be heat transfer vinyl or iron-on. Again, that is heat transfer vinyl or iron-on. Apologies for my voice. La segunda pregunta es, ¿qué tipo de vinilo vamos a usar para los proyectos? Si quiere usar una sticker o quiere crear una sticker personalizada, le recomendamos usar el vinyl permanente, el vinilo permanente. Y así va a ser una camiseta. El diseño en el vinilo para plancharlo o con el calor imprimir la camiseta. Ese sería el vinilo iron-on o heat transfer vinyl HTV. De nuevo, sería iron-on, que iron en inglés es plancha, como planchar, o heat transfer vinyl, vinilo de calor. Pero si tienen algunas otras preguntas, siempre de nuevo nos puede enviar un mensaje o llamarnos. Again, if you have any questions, you can feel free to text us or call us. We'd be more than happy to help. But, okay, that'll be it for this last Cricut class. Thank you guys so much for coming. We appreciate so much just your support with our mission here to provide training and skills to small businesses and entrepreneurs at no cost. But yeah, unfortunately, this will be our last MakeHerSpace workshop for the moment as we try and figure out some other logistical things. Thank you guys again. for your continued support. And hopefully, we'll see you soon. Muchas gracias a todos por venir. Ya es el final del taller. Gracias por su apoyo en nuestra misión de dar servicios y entrenamiento a pequeñas empresas o personas que les gustaría empezar un negocio, servicios gratuitos. Apreciamos mucho todo el apoyo que nos han dado. Desafortunadamente, va a ser nuestro último taller del MakeHerSpace por el momento, mientras averiguamos otras cosas que tenemos que solucionar antes de dar otro taller. Pero, de nuevo, gracias a todos por venir y que tengan todos un buen día. Ojalá nos veremos en el futuro.